It's been just over a year since parachains first launched on Polkadot, and already the network represents the largest ecosystem of use case specific blockchains in the world. So since the first slot auctions, which took place in November 2021, and the first parachains began onboarding on the network the following months, 35 parachains have joined Polkadot with an additional 42 parachains on Kusama, for a total of 77 across the Polkadot ecosystem. So over the past year, Polkadot's first parachains, they have been busy rolling out and upgrading their technologies, demonstrating the power and flexibility that Polkadot provides with the parachain model, showing the potential of the Web 3.0. Polkadot's ecosystem of parachains is now filled with activity across DeFi, smart contracts, social media, decentralized identity, Internet of Things, gaming, the metaverse, and sustainability. In this video, I want to provide you with a brief overview of Polkadot's DeFi decentralized finance parachains after its first year since launch. Now altogether there are 14 new parachains focusing on DeFi, but in order to make this video not too long, I decided to talk about my personal 4 favorites. But first of all, I do want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. You see, the future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes, and it's being built on the blockchain. Polkadot and Kusama are important pieces of the Web 3.0. Reason being, it's all going to be interoperable. Now, if you want to know my top DeFi parachains within the Polkadot ecosystem, well then you gotta watch this video. Don't waste your time on watching useless videos promising or explaining something they don't know shit about. It's time to concentrate on Polkadot and Kusama as they are building the infrastructure of the Web 3.0. My name is Nico Arachi, and I'm the host of today's Polkadot Show. The Web3 economy is evolving at a rapid pace, and DeFi represents a bright opportunity for the future of finance, improving the accessibility of services to more people than we have ever seen before. But despite all the potential, the technologies on which DeFi is primarily built have been struggling in order to perform as well as they should. And this is something that I have really been pointing out many times. Poor user experience stem from slow speeds, high fees, complex processes, and very limited functionality. Now, a lack of interoperability has left the market fragmented, with cross-network transaction being highly unintuitive and often insecure due to the limitations in early generation bridging technologies. Now, Polkadot's technology stack enables DeFi builders to address all these limitations. Secure cross-chain communication, low predictable fees, and fast dependable processing, opening up for new possibilities for DeFi and an effortless experience for end users. I believe that all of this is going to come. Now remember, everything that has been launched in the past year was basically, their limited versions. They just started, and already in the past year we have been seeing, especially on Acala and Karura, how they have been improving the user experience. So I do believe it's just a matter of time where things are gonna be intuitive and simple. Now, the first coin I want to talk about is Acala and Karura. Remember, Acala is on Polkadot and Karura is on Kusama. Acala is an all-in-one DeFi hub, boasting a suite of applications for end users as well as a stablecoin, the AUSD. Now, Acala is inherently interoperable, I hate that word, and Ethereum compatible. And it is fine-tuned to offer optimized DeFi and hybrid finance applications. Blending the performance, flexibility, and interoperability of Substrate with Ethereum compatibility, Acala is designed to unleash the vast potential of decentralized finance, enabling applications to scale and tap into the flexibility and multi-chain integrations that Polkadot and Kusama unlocks. Now here's some good news, I would say. The Acala team, they rolled out their suite of products in 2022 and emerged as one of the top performing DeFi parachains on Polkadot. Alone on Polkadot, with more than $200 million in total value locked in, and a total of more than 70,000 cross-chain transfers completed with other networks. So today, Acala has the #1 cross-chain demand by volume of any parachain on Polkadot, and has #1 in total value locked in of any parachain, and is #1 when it comes to total liquid staking value of any parachain. The second DeFi protocol is Parallel on Polkadot and Heiko Finance on Kusama. Now, Parallel is an institutional-grade DeFi protocol with multiple applications and functions. Now, they themselves describe themselves as the Super dApp, and Parallel is a one-stop shop for DeFi solutions. Now, it currently comprises a multi-chain wallet, borrowing and lending, swaps, staking, cross-chain functionality, and newer Web3 innovations such as DAO-fi, infrastructure for decentralized organizations in order to manage their finances. The platform has a multi-chain super wallet to make DeFi accessibility was a thing of the past, allowing users to freely utilize any dApp they want, vastly improving on the limitations of wallets that are unable to interact with other platforms. Now, with the aim of bringing DeFi to the masses, Parallel provides connectivity beyond the Polkadot ecosystem while retaining the flexibility and user experience benefits enabled by Polkadot's technology. So Parallel Finance is currently one of the most widely adopted DeFi chains on Polkadot, with more than 200 million in total value locked in across 300,000 end users. #3, Centrifuge on Polkadot and their cousin Altair on Kusama. Now, Centrifuge is really one of my favorites overall. Reason being is that they're connecting real-world assets, also known as RWA, to on-chain ecosystems effectively. And this has been DeFi innovation in waiting, as different solutions have gradually come to market but largely have failed to achieve widespread adoption. So due to the constraints of previous generation blockchain technologies, real-world assets failed to meet a standard where they were accessible and efficient for users. Now, Centrifuge and Altair is unleashing the potential of real-world assets by making them available in a high-speed, interoperable, low-cost environment via Polkadot and Kusama. Centrifuge's flagship dApp, TinLake, offers an open marketplace catering to a myriad of risk-reward profiles. So tokenized real-world assets have a number of use cases, particularly in business operations and physical asset management. And at the end of 2022, Centrifuge received the largest on-chain investment into real-world assets in the history of blockchain. Major institutional partners, they have provided a total of $220 million to fund the deployment of 4 real-world asset vaults, bringing productive assets to DeFi users and granting exposure to markets outside the blockchain space. I also really think that it's so important to think about Centrifuge. Now, I do know that non-fungible tokens, NFTs, have really been, the flavor of the day in 2022. I've said many times, I don't think that the, naked dancing monkeys is really the future of NFTs, but actually a thing like real world assets, meaning that you will be able to tokenize real estate. You'll be able to tokenize your will, your watch, everything. So real world assets, including your grandma, can actually be tokenized via an NFT. #4, HydraDX and Basilisk on Kusama. Now, decentralized exchanges, DEXs, are a trustless alternative to centralized exchanges, meaning users, they don't need to trust any third party to carry out transactions or probably manage their funds. But the limitations of previous generation blockchains have made it difficult for DEXs to offer the same level of convenience and user experience as a centralized exchange. So HydraDX addresses many of the shortcomings of previous generation DEXs, including lack of liquidity, impermanent loss due to arbitrage traders, slippage on orders, and front running. So HydraDX also offers automated dollar cost averaging and multi-asset transaction fee payments with many more advanced features in the pipeline. The HydraDX Omnipool, just launched in January 2023, concentrates all liquidity into a single pool, holding an equal amount of value between the protocol and liquidity provider. This is basically the answer to poor tokenomics and liquidity issues that result in users tediously hopping between DEXs and crypto platforms in order to make use of their tokens, which often, as we all know, results in all of us overpaying for transactions and actually losing value due to price slippage. Now, I know I said I would only introduce 4, but how could we forget about Composable Finance? You see, Composable Finance is a cross-chain and cross-layer DeFi platform designed to accelerate DeFi into the mainstream by designing, and I like that, a Lego-like interoperable suite of products and services that connect the Polkadot ecosystem with external DeFi ecosystem. So Composable Finance tackles the challenges of cross-chain DeFi with a complete DeFi tech stack, including a suite of user-facing applications on the cross-chain virtual machine, which enables programming cross-chain smart contracts between Polkadot and external ecosystems with a single developer-friendly interface. So Composable's Mosaic SDK is an asset transferal system that connects and unifies all major DeFi ecosystems. And at the end of 2022, Composable Finance officially launched Picasso, their Kusama-based parachain. And this infrastructure enables interoperable DeFi for developers to create cross-chain smart contracts for asset transfers and function calls between connected ecosystems. So these were the top 5, from my point of view, DeFi parachains. Now, if I would have to choose my top 3, it probably would be Acala, Centrifuge, and Composable. Anyway, they're all good. But now let's look at what is next for Polkadot. Now, despite the difficult year for blockchain that we've seen in 2022, the Polkadot community and ecosystem have actually developed several key innovations. And now they are boasting the largest ecosystem of layer 1 chains, with over 300 decentralized applications already built on top of them, as well as the largest community of full-time developers outside of Ethereum. Now, as busy as parachain and dApp development has been in 2022, the teams have largely been busy with only rolling out their core functionality, which I mentioned in the beginning. So things are really just getting started for the Polkadot ecosystem. But I think it's clear or safe to say that investors certainly seem to believe in Polkadot and Kusama, because more than 130 million DOT and nearly 300,000 Kusama tokens have been lent by the Polkadot community through crowd loans in order to support parachain auctions, which is a massive show of confidence in the future of the Polkadot ecosystem. I think that Polkadot has demonstrated to the world that Web3 is about way more than just DeFi and NFT use cases. So with everything that's happening right now within the Polkadot ecosystem, 2023 is shaping up to be the biggest year yet for Web3 innovation. So just in case this video brought you any kind of value, do me a favor, hit like, smash and subscribe and all them goodies. And please also come and join the live streams. Sometimes they're on, sometimes not. Sometimes they're fun and sometimes not. Anyway, hope to see you soon. And don't forget, my name is Nico Harachi and I am #1.